Point number 4, fire burns up. And therefore, if you light the fire on top, it's not going to work as good as if you light it down below. Okay, the stuff that you're adding to the fire, add it on top of the flame. Okay, if your ground is wet, start the fire. Because fire burns up, light the fire in some tinder as low to the ground as possible. Thank you. If the ground is wet, you might want to put a layer of small twigs down or even small sticks down first. Because otherwise you'll lose a lot of heat just trying to warm up that ground, and the steam will escape, and that kind of blocks out the oxygen and give you trouble starting the fire. Okay, when you're first starting the fire, any flame that escapes is wasted heat. And so add kindling sticks to these flames that are coming out, to those areas. So like if I lay it down, set my tinder bundle down, have a bunch of kindling on top of that, flame starts coming out over here, I'm going to add more kindling there. Number 5, work to establish, as you're adding sticks, as you're laying out your fire, getting it going, work to establish a central core that will heat the rest of the fire. Fire still needs heat, even though once it's going, it still needs heat to keep going. Okay, lay the kindling and fuel wood so it will build up a bed of coals. And the ring of rocks that you have around your fire, or the bowl shape of your fire pit, all of these work to reflect heat back into the fire to help keep it going. Point number 6. We are all way too used to flipping switches. Okay, you want more heat, you turn the thermostat, you walk away and forget about it. You want fire on the stove, you turn the knob to the setting, and don't worry about it anymore. But fire out here in the wilderness is high maintenance. Okay, that's point number 6. Fire is high maintenance. It is either building up as new fuel is heating up and beginning to burn, or it's dying down due to insufficient fuel or insufficient heat. You know, fire is not static. It's either going up or it's coming down. And so if you're trying to maintain a fairly even heat, you have to keep watching it and tending it. For constant size fire, you must keep tending it.
Number 1 and 2 again. Under 6.
Under 6, 1 and 2, it is either building up or dying down. Many times I've been on camping trips or somewhere else where there's been a group of people and they want to fire for worship or something like that. And they get a fire started and it's really nice, and then everybody forgets about it and goes on with the program. Well, what's going to happen? The fire's going to start dying down. I would just challenge you, since I'm probably not going to be there, to just take the responsibility of being the fire watcher. You'll working on your skills while you do that. Just be the one there to throw a stick in when it needs it, or 2 or 3. Just to try to maintain that fire going, because most people will just forget about it, and then it starts burning down, and the next thing you know, it starts smoking a lot. And everybody's like, and it ruins the program. But if somebody's there maintaining the fire, you avoid all of that.
The asterisk there, for corrosive concentrated fire, you must add fuel?
You must keep tending it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, which brings us to number 7. There's 2 parts to a wood fire. Okay, flame and coals. And flames are burning smoke. Think combustion temperature. If it's too cool, you're going to have smoke. If it's hot enough, you'll have flames. If you've reached the combustion temperature of the smoke. And so if the fire is too smoky, what's the problem? It's not hot enough to ignite the smoke. And the way you're going to make it hotter is how? If you add more sticks, but if they're the wrong size sticks, you're cooling the fire down even more. So you're going to add more smaller sticks. Yeah, so it will burn hotter. Because they'll catch fire relatively easy and start burning and heat the whole place back up again. Okay, this is something that is best learned from experience. Okay? So use any excuse you can to make a fire. Just keep it small, tend it. Yeah, practice at home in the fireplace, or get a fire pan and play in the backyard, or like a barbecue thing or whatever. Probably the most complicated of all the survival skills is fire building, just because there's so many variables, both in weather conditions and climate conditions, and what kind of wood you have or don't have, and what condition the wood's in, and just the temperature of the day makes a big difference too sometimes. So just, again, any excuse you have to make fire. I'm not trying to turn you all into pyros, but take advantage of the opportunity to learn some skill there. I've been doing this for a long time and I'm still learning. Okay, we've been going for a while. Do we want to take a quick break and come back and